All right, guys. Yes, man. What's going on? Hopefully you can hear me. I'm assuming you can. Of course, it goes down as soon as I come in here. Of course. We'll let some people come in. It's just on Instagram. It was having audio problems. Let's give that a minute. Could, let me check right here. Hold on just a second. We were going through this like video, be y'all come here. All right, so you can hear me, man. Good deal. YouTube, I can't see your messages though. Usually you got to use a wall mount or another monitor. I'm in my house in New Orleans. Maybe I can pull it up here. Are you serious? I'm not logged in? Dude, you try to do a lot of this yourself. You got sound, you got streaming apps, you got... Oh, by the way, you need to fucking trade and learn stocks too. Let's see. Okay. What we were doing on Instagram, going through, and also on Instagram, dude, I can't hear your, when you tell me you can't hear me, I can't see you. So you're just saying that to each other. That's not the one that I, okay, you can hear me just fine. All right, I'm gonna turn this down. I don't like the way the camera is though. I'm playing with this, so be a little patient. We'll go back to these, I was talking about pivot points, man. Let me back this up a little bit. A little bit better. That way the camera's not right on top of me. I didn't mean to have it on this. I had it on this. So that's a live stream, but let's go. Come on, man. All right. What we were just talking about on Instagram is wow, sure looks. Let me see. All right, that would make it a little better. It's kind of freaking me out there, man. You guys are freaking me out, man. So what I was trying to tell them is, this is the pattern that I look for. So when I'm watching price move, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And it's same if it was a house, meaning there's criteria that I'm looking for. Price point, number of doors, number of bed, like, see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for certain things because that's some shit I know I can execute on. And so as I watch these stocks, what I'm looking for is I'm trying to find some way to gauge value or some way to say it's overvalued. If you're a technician, often that's going to go to indicators, right? And the people are going to use some sort of indicator, moving averages, relative strength index, support and resistance. Listen, there's nothing magical about these. It's your perception of these. Whatever you're getting from these, it's not these. It's you seeing a pattern in these. And this is like half the game. This, you got to learn fast. If you're struggling with this, you're not actually trying. You got to really kick in, and this is simple shit, okay? And that's what I was trying to say. You can't, the answer to your problem or any issue you're having is not indicators or which moving app. I get mad at people. What moving average you're using? It don't matter, man. I can give you the fucking moving average. That don't mean you're going to do it. So I could tell you how to do push-ups. That don't mean you're going to get down and do push-ups. So typically what you need to do is, what's my time frame? What's my ultimate fucking goal? Can I even accomplish that? So if I'm an investor, if I'm an investor, well, this is a scalper's market today, huh? You see on that TQ, the range we're locked in? I'm gonna have to sit it out, man. So yeah, this is a good example why we're talking about this. Here, where's my pen? If I'm looking at this is one thing. Hey, and if I'm live and you don't hear me, don't call me on the phone, man. You could fuck up other recordings I got going. Sometimes I don't just have this. Sometimes I'm recording audio for other things, okay? You see this? It's just whipsawing people, man. That's not a very big move, is it? 20, and this could be a daily chart. It's fractal, you know? It's a fractal, it's a fractal pattern, right? And an ongoing feedback loop. That's the feedback loop. It's ongoing. We're going to keep getting them. And you see that pattern right there, right? You see it here, right? What? It'll just keep going down until what? I assume it'll go probably in here, then stop. But maybe it stops sooner. I don't know. I'm just looking for a pattern. And how many times has it got to do this before you can draw a line and go, look. Now, I don't know it's going to do that, but I'm just watching this pattern. Whether it be 1 minute, 1 week, 1 month, and you're like, what do you mean? Well, look at this. That was Freeport McMoran, right? Core position. If I'm an investor and I got trading skills, I draw my little line there, RSI, nothing magical about these, but it just gives me an alert. It says, hey, look over here, dummy. And then I draw a line. I'm like, I bet it's going to go sideways. And then I bet it goes down. And what did it do? It went sideways and went down. Does that mean I know where price is going? No. I'm just watching this pattern. It don't even mean I can make money with it. You know, I can show you this. It don't mean you're going to make money with it. So as I watch this, if I'm an investor, I can't know this is the absolute low, but I can the next day. And you say, well, what if it goes down? Then I was wrong. But if I have a way to give me more than one, like, I'm like, wait, often when this, even if it's 50-50 on the RSI, well, that's one feather in the cap. And as I go down, I'm like, well, it also bounced off the 200. Price tends to do that. All the time? No, not enough to trade on it. But when you add it with the other feather, now we got 2 feathers. And we do have a bottom. And then what? Price went up. Now we got 3 feathers. And as I start coming down, I'm like, well, where's the... Well, we knew right here, the histogram was saying, all this is measuring is momentum. Momentum's going the other way. I mean, how many... One class, you know how to use this. Moving average, convergence, divergence. It's sloping that way, class over. So you never have to ask about that again. Cross, breakout. So you got all this stuff coming together. Well, money flow said right here. And I don't know if that's going to happen. But if it went up, where would I expect it to go? Where it went before and stop. Because that's the pattern. Does that make sense? So if anything I come to, let's go to the next one. Look at this. This is the JPI. I put this out a little while ago. Nubian Preferred Income Fund. I don't know if you remember me putting that out. Let me see if I can see these comments. Appreciate Carlos on hit the like button. It's always, you always have to ask people to do that. The lighting's pretty dark, huh? If you go look in this fund, you say, how would you know? Google it. And it'll take you to the website. Every stock you own, everything you own has a website, man. And so when we get to the website, we could go read what they own. They own a shit ton of banks. So if you're looking at this, watch this. KRE. Now, go ask your financial advisor about this. Seriously, all you guys that have one, call him up. Hey, bro, how are we playing the banking? Let me know what he says. I mean, he's a professional and all. Let me know what he says. Call all your buddies. Ask him what's the game plan. Straight down, do we have a bottom? Yep. How do you know? I knew right here. It was higher than that day. That's how it starts for me. And now what I need, 2 more days to confirm that. 1, 2. Shit, I got a bottom. You're like, well, you can't find a bottom. Okay. I got a bottom. And if it breaks, I don't have a bottom. That simple. That's how you find a bottom. And you understand you could be wrong. It's like 4 or 5 things most investors or traders fear. And one of them is being wrong. You don't know shit. You're going to be wrong all the time. I don't know shit. You need to get rid of that. I'm wrong all the time. If you play cards, you lose a lot. Like you're a boxer, you get punched. So if you think you're going to come into this with your brilliance and that you were an engineer or you were this, nobody gives a shit. You're going to be wrong all the time. And it ain't about your intellect. And that's what I was saying when we shortened the window. So the longer the window, the easier this game. So if I'm an investor and I've seen this smash come down, now I got to go put on my thinking hat. And this is where your brains can help you. You go read and you say, hey, is every bank in America going out of business? Like, no, I don't think so. Man, this might be an opportunity. Now, I don't know that it is. I'm saying you might assess the situation like that. So you go, cool, I got a bottom with money flow. Is price over the 5? Not yet. Now, a little bit of advanced thing. This is way spread apart. That's a signal, guys. See this? That's a signal. What does that tell me? I can read this. Broken family. Too far apart. This is going to take a minute. This ain't running up anytime soon. So if I got a bottom, I can start to dribble. Let me get a little bit. Now, am I taking on a big risk buying a little bit? No. Go ask your financial advisor, though. He ain't buying shit. Guarantee it. And maybe you got a weird one that is. I hope you do. Let's see. Oh, man. All right, hold on. All right, keep going here. That was portfolio 3. These are real things I own. So I'm going through these. What is this? Amgen. Oh, this is an expensive stock. I've been buying this shit for like 3 years. 1 share here, 1 share there. It's $233. And some of you, I get a lot of new people. This is a new person thing to the stock market. Yeah, but I want to buy cheaper stocks, Gerald, because I have less money. You just assume that's a good idea. You assume it's a good idea to buy junk because you ain't got a lot of money. So I don't want to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to buy Shiba coin. This is a fallacy that people bring. The price of the stock don't matter. 10% is 10%. It's good or good. Meaning you can own something that's $23. If it goes up 10%, it's going to go up $2. It's going to make a money flow turn. If this goes up 10%, your money still went up 10%. So whether you have 1 share of a 230, if it goes up 10%, you got $23. If you have 10 shares of a $23 stock, it goes up, you got 10. It's the same thing, guys. It's fractal. So sometimes people won't buy a stock like this. Well, it's too expensive. Okay, then don't buy fucking Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Exxon. You get what I'm saying? It's a. Now, if you're talking trading, execution, maybe. I've had more issues today. Let me see. Getting ready to put some call options. Maybe. Bro, if you ain't been in the market like 2 years, maybe do smart things. I'm not against options. I'm against people who haven't been in the market very long doing options because you lose a lot of your money. Stage 1. See it going sideways? What was over here? Look, I marked it up. This was marked up when it was happening last time. And I was saying if I was trading it, if I'm doing options, maybe this would be my target. So the shorter you're trading it, because look, these bars, when you drop these down on a 1 hour or 30 minute, this is like a big move, man. Huge move. But as an investor, this ain't much of a move, right? But now the further we get from this 200, if I get up here and you're like, you can't know the top. Yeah, you can. That's the top. Wait, no, it's not. This is the top. And then wait, this comes down. Well, shit, that's the top. Why? Because the next day it went down. See how smart I am? And then you can start to see it and you can draw that out, and as the moving averages come together, see how all this, none of that is it. It's the combination of all of it and the way you see it. And so it's a little bit of art. There is no system where you can blindly, or you just fucking code it and the machine would just be making money. But that's not it. There's other decisions. There's waiting. There's going larger in oil when oil's breaking out and maybe taking some gains from this and move. That's portfolio. That's the stuff that's going to make you successful. Not this. Should be quick. This should be fast. We got a fake breakout there, right? Fake breakout. Came back down. If I'm an investor, what do I do here? Nothing. As an investor, I'm waiting on this, right? Price to get above the 5. Well, could have bought here too. I'm below the 200. So you see how I'm seeing it? It just depends on the game we're playing. So we got to refine it, man. A lot of people that I saw, hold on, where are we at? Gosh. So what do you see here? Stage 1, up. Stage 3, stage 1. Started to go, pulled back. But are you noticing this? This downward sloping channel, are you seeing that? So if we take this back, let's back the time up. 3 minutes. What do you see? Price is below that 5-day. What's the alignment right there? Does that look like it's going up or down? What do you think, Dan? This here, does that look like it's going up or down? Well, I mean, just look at like a kid, like you don't even know what you're looking at. Does that look like it's going up or down?
Looks like it's going up.
Looks like it's going up. That green line right there pointing down looks like it's going up.
Oh, that's what you're pointing at.
This candle here.
I don't know what the hell the candles mean, so.
Yeah, well, that's the high, and
going down.
that's the high, and that's the low.
Ah.
And that tick there is where price is.
Okay.
So it's not at the high; it's at the very bottom. Now it went green, right?
No, it went black.
Or black, I mean.
Don't get me involved in this. I have no.
No, I'm trying to show them how fast I could teach you to trade this.
I don't want
If this goes above that thing, buy some.
Okay.
Think you could do that? You could hit a button?
I think I could hit a button.
And then if it went below this, sell it.
Okay.
You're trading.
Okay.
But now you'd have to do it every day. And you'd have to size the position right. And you would need to figure out what a target is. So, which would be over here. So our target would be 26. This is just a pattern. You shouldn't have to spend much time. 25, but see, this configuration is negative. And this is on the 3 minute. Oh, now it's starting to move. If we come over here to the 1 minute, again, this is fractal, guys. We could do it on a weekly, a daily. What are we seeing happen over here, man? Let's watch this for a minute. Shit, let's get ready to buy some. We'll do it in real time. But we're going to see. We'll give it a second. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could be fake out though, man. How much you think? 1 million? 1,000?
I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care.
You're not being very interactive here. You're not helping me.
I'm not. I'm busy
Trying to teach you to trade.
I don't want to trade.
It's not going, is it? So if this was my only time frame, this is fun. Look at that. It's already down. If this was my only time frame, and I'm watching this, I'm seeing this. So I'm over here. It's coming down, right? I got a box. But remember what we were saying on our higher time frame. This wasn't set up right, man. So I'm doing this for purpose. But see, it started to go, right? And what I needed to do was wait for another candle for it to confirm. And then boom, man, we're playing. But that concept goes to whether we're looking at, let's go back to what we were doing. Am I supposed to be doing something? All right. Look at ARC. Same thing. Stage 1 runs up, sideways, coming down. All of this shit on this side of the line. I mean, we got a lot of activity in here. So it's just a zone. I mean, look how jacked up it is. You know, is it on sale? It's below the 200. You got to make that call in your portfolio, man. I like it here, but it's only going to go if tech goes, right? And so we need some market sentiment. Do you think the market's going to go up? They're lowering interest rates. That could be but if we're going, like, you got to start thinking about that. Do I want to load up on ARC funds, or do I want to look at other things inside of my deal, man? Let's keep going. Look at Blackstone. It's below the 200. Blackstone Group. Look at every time it comes below the 200. You could almost trade on it. What is that? A pattern. You're like, what do you mean, Jerome? Well, I've noticed when dividend stocks set up on a stage 1 below this golden line, they almost always hit it. As soon as I show someone that, they'll go to their buy and hold, want to do that. I'm like, no, man, that's not what that is. Don't let new information derail you. A lot of people get sidetracked with new information. They don't know how to apply it to what they're doing. There's this straight line thing. So if you're doing the buy and hold, do the buy and hold. But use this information to your advantage. Like, you can understand a stage 4 as a trader, and where a trader would start to buy in as an investor looks like a good spot to me. And so a lot of times investors end up making better traders than traders investors, because traders have it in their mind. They're moving in and out, and they never accumulate wealth. And they're always, your actions are taxed, guys. When you trade, you pay taxes. When you invest, it's tax-free. And so that's why there's wealth accumulation. And not against trading. I'm trading. I trade all the time. But you got to understand, again, back to taxes. It's not about these green fucking lines and indicators. It's so much more. It's about your tax strategy, the different portfolios, what is your time frame, what is your weighting, the different sectors. And you're like, wow, that's a lot to learn. Yeah, getting rich, it takes a lot. And that's why they tell average people, oh, just go to a financial, because they know you ain't got to do all that, man. Average people aren't going to sit around doing this shit, man. Look at this. That look familiar? So the money flow says, buy here. That's Campbell's. Now, I don't even know why. You could be like, I didn't even read on the company, Joe. I just bought here. Well, look, you made money. You don't even need to know anything. That's how weird this game is. Like, you could have accidentally clicked a button there. You're up. That's the randomness of the stock market. So when you lower in that time frame, guys, it's fucking random. So any of these guys you see on YouTube that act like they know something, it's so laughable to me. Most people are just doing that for just views. You know, oh, this is going to happen. You don't know shit. You don't know the first thing that's going to happen. Your ass wouldn't even be on YouTube. If I knew the next 5 moves, I'm not on YouTube, guys. I'm a billionaire on an island. If you know what I know. Because I understand options and spreads and going into the futures market. And we can load it up, man. If I know the next 3 moves for certain, I'm on an island. I own the whole fucking thing. Let's see. Look at Chevron. Starting to come down. You know, I'm not buying oil. Have you noticed that? It's too soon for me, man. And up here I said, what did I say? I can't buy it. I can trade it. I can trade it. That's a tradable pattern, but the price is too expensive. And everyone agreed with me. That doesn't mean I'm right. It just means I read. And this price was ridiculous. It's called value. Could it keep going? Yeah, that's why I want to trade it. I'll trade ridiculousness. I'm not investing in it. There's a difference. Man, I just dropped a bomb there. Let's see. Do you even understand what I just said? Look at our configuration. This is the live feed here. That was our opening. Look. Look at that gap. That's where we closed yesterday. Now look. When that happens, if you're a trader, you have a very short window to make a decision. Do you think this gap is going to get filled? So, what am I looking at? Coming together of the moving averages. We got a previous anchor point. So I'm just kind of looking, is there anything that could hold this up? And then I'm waiting. Where's the RSI? Extreme. It's like, wow, seems hard to believe, right? Bam, but we could bounce back down. Well, what happened? We built a box out. See that? And on that right there, breaking out of that, we're headed higher, bro. Look what's happened. And we ran that up, man. If you're in our Discord, we ran that up, started getting out. Did I know that's the top? No. But I know this. My first indicator told me it was. It don't even have to be right. If it's right 30% of the time, I'm going to get it good. 30% of the time, bam, I'm banging it. The top taking some off. And on the times it's not right and it keeps going, good, I only took some off. So if I had 1,000 in here, and I'm nibbling, now we're running, I'm all in, whatever that is for you. As we go up, what? Previous high, target, because the money flow, right? It's a target. And then as it keeps going, what? RSI, target. I'm fully anticipating this is going to come down. Why? It's only a 1 minute chart. It ain't going to keep going and going. It's going to pull back, and we've seen that. That's not much of a pullback, is it? So what do we have going on here now? We got a support zone. Has it ever stopped here before? Yeah. Look right here, it stopped, but that's a little lower. I mean, maybe it works its way down to the 200. I don't know. But right now, I mean, it's kind of limbo, man. Kind of limbo, right? So these skill sets, you don't have to do that, but this is a way to, let me go back. I'm going to hurt some people's mind. Look at Delta Airlines. What do we see? Just looking at it. We got a money flow pattern, right? All right. And when you see this, yeah, fake breakout. That shit happens all the time. That's why it's hard. But we look at the fake. It went right to the previous high. See when price broke out, where did it stop? Previous high. I assume all breakouts stop at the previous high. Where's that? Previous high. And I'll have people struggle with it. They'll trade with me for 6 fucking months and keep asking me, what's the target? God damn, man. 5-minute class, previous high. Like previous high. Previous high. And if you're struggling on what is a previous high, fix that shit tonight. Don't go to bed till you understand what a previous high is, or what an anchor or an apex, or what like hold yourself, and man, so we could speed this up and get to making some fucking money and get past the bait. Like, hold yourself like that, okay? That's how I would talk to anybody, myself. Like, let's get past this bullshit and get to making money. Is this positive, or look at this, down, down, down? What about this says this is not going down? Price is below the 5. 5 is below the 10. 10 is below the 20. Everything is pointing down. Is that a break? Not for me. I'm not a computer. I'm a discretionary trader. So I use my system over my discretionary brain. And I look at this and I say, well, stopped here before, worked up here. So I anticipate it stops. I don't know that yet. Now what? RSI, I got 2 feathers in the hat. What else we got? MACD's kind of going my way. And we're getting any turn here, a little bit. So we're not quite there yet. You see what I'm saying? Now, yesterday, you could have bought. Let's say you had it here, you got a box. Yeah, that's a buy. Look how far apart these are. You ever seen price go up like this? Look what happened. See where they are at? Meaning this ain't going up till this happens. So if I'm a trader, am I trading this? Fuck no. That ain't going the right way. I want to trade this. If I'm shorting it maybe, which I would have probably wanted to get short over here, put my stop here, and then here's my target, the downside. See how we just flipped that? Stage 2 is a 4. A 3 is a 1. It's the bipolar nature of the universe, man. High tide, low tide, love, hate. There's two. I don't want to get too deep on you, man. Let's see. ERX. This is a tough one. I'm going to be honest. Hold on, man. I'm trying to trade and teach at the same time. What's going on, G? What are you doing, man? Get your shit together, son. Man, I hope you guys can hear me. Is my shit still flashing? Yeah, baby, we're still flashing. Come on, YouTube. All right. Don't shout me down. So this is ERX. This is double leverage. But let me get back to something, man. Let me be a little selfish, man. I'm trying to make some money over here. Let's see. TQ 3-minute chart. Oh, we're breaking out? Is price above the 20? Remember we drew the little box and we said, man, it might could run. But look, it tried it here, 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 here. We're seeing a pattern of fake breakouts. That's called reasoning. You can have a system and still use your brain. So, okay, we're seeing that pattern. Do you see that? That comes from staring at charts. That's what I'm seeing. Now, I got a high if it was to run. But goddamn, man, it just keeps draining down. So if I see that, what's one way to handle that? Buy smaller share count. Take your breakout. Don't buy as much. If you start getting whipped to death, just lower down the amount. But let's go to the 1 minute. This is the trigger where and you don't have to do this. This is just what I've been doing. Look at that. Starts to run. Where did it stop? Previous high. The problem when you get caught in these down channels is the previous highs are super close. Now, I guarantee you I'd have someone go, where's the previous high, Gerald? Look, right here. Stage 1 went to run. Previous high. Look, that's exactly where it stopped, guys. If it goes through there, where do I think it's going? I don't know where the fuck it's going, but I think it's going to go here. And so I would have a limit order. But look what's happened. It's going the other way. And look, if we back this up, you're not seeing this? Seen that channel chop? I mean, we can see it, right? We could say, you know what? I'm not even going to play today. Or I need to take it down. I'm going to just go instead of doing 2,000 shares, I'm just doing a 500 shares or 150. I don't know what it is you do. Now, a lot of you guys trying to day trade with 10 shares. I know a professor says that. I think it's dumb. I don't think you'll trade it right. I think you'll act like an idiot. I think it's such a small amount you won't even participate. I wouldn't do that. I would go open a paper trade account and I would take 1,000 shares like you had a pair and act like you have some money and trade it like you're going to fucking do it for real and make it count. And what is the real part is the fact that you're going to execute every day. It's not that you don't need it. You don't deserve to make any money. You just got here. So if you were going to be a lawyer, a doctor, a fucking train driver, or work at Walmart, you're not going to walk in and say, hey, I'd like the highest paying job here. No, bro, you're going to have to go to orientation. Like, you got to go practice. The quicker you can do something, the lower the pay usually. Like, it should be some sort of train up, man. Look at that. It just got smashed, dude. Yeah, I'd probably stay out of the TQ. Like, these moves are tiny, dude. Unless you're on but if you're on a 15-minute chart, you don't even notice it probably. But if you're going to do that, listen, paper trade it for 6 months. I dare you. Most people do not have the human endurance to get up every fucking day and spend time doing something based on a set of rules, whether they win or lose, click the button, set the time, do it day after day after day after day without fucking with that process. And if you go in and I'm gonna buy 10 shares, well, if you're late, who gives a fuck? It's just 10 shares. You're not gonna take it very serious. And then when it's time to sell some and take some gains, you're gonna be like, well, I would only sell 1 share. So you end up going through a strategy where you never actually go through a strategy. You just learn how to play little money wrong. That's my opinion. I don't like the little money cop out. I think you go practice it with, and then I get guys, well, paper trading doesn't have the same emotions as, well, in the meantime, you go to work and get money. If you got so much emotion, get fucking emotional that you don't have any money and paper trade and go get money and put it into your account. That's what you do, man. I'm telling you. And let's say you were trading with me, and I get this a lot too. People will come in the money flow, and I'm like, well, did you get in this trade? No. You know, you can paper trade it. Like, your experience with me shouldn't be a text message. It should be what I'm seeing. I don't know why you would do it if you didn't want to execute on that. Like, learn from that. And again, you can read the book about push-ups, but you got to do push-ups. And part of the process is stopping, moving over, clicking, executing on the order, putting it in, doing a thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like, well, I don't have money to trade that, well, open a paper trade account, do the fucking stops, set the targets, and play like you want to win. And I'm telling you, most of you watching me are not doing that. And I guarantee you that I've sent out things, you're like, oh, I can't do it. And you just fucked yourself, man. You just willingly fucked yourself and just, I don't want any fucking experience, so I'm not going to add to it. I got shit going. And then they don't get any better. And 3 years in, still got the same problems, still dealing with the same bullshit. Jumping from strategy to strategy, never stuck with the first strategy. I'm telling you, that's most people, man. Damn, Q's just got smashed. I'm guessing some news came out, huh? Let's look at that. So we want to trade, right? Look at this. What is this? Stage 4 decline, right? Where's the RSI? I don't even need to look at it. I bet it's extreme. 28. I was literally about to say 28. Look, what is price doing now? Well, let's say that let's say my strategy, and there's people that do this. Let's say my strategy is reversion to the mean. When price breaks outside of these bands, I try to buy the bottom, put in a stop, and wait for them to come back into the band and hit this 20. You're like, what are you talking about? See it over here? Once it stops, I buy it, I'm out at the 20. Over here, put in a stop, I'm out at the 20. See it? Hit the bottom of the band, I wait till the next bar, I get in, I put a stop here, I get out at the 20. So I'd put a stop here, I'm in, and I'm gonna get out at the 20. I used to trade this. Little bit more than this, but I used to trade this. Watch. Now, it may not work, but we're pretending here. I got to stop here. What am I trading? Reversion to the mean. What does that mean? Google it. Meaning when prices get overextended, they bounce back. You've seen that. Look, we're going up. So we'd had this bar, it broke the channel. I put a stop here and I wait, and then I take it off when it hits the 20. Well, that's usually, yeah, Keltner channel with standard. You could change this deviations, but this is just right out of the box. Boom. Now, it may come back down, but a lot of times when it breaks that band, it comes in. But this is coming down as this is working up, so it's not going to be that 26.13. And I gave you super basic thing of it. And you can do it both sides where it breaks out. And what am I waiting for? A bottom. I need it to turn down. So my stop would have been here. And then what? I'm out at the 20. And you could play both ends of that. And so when you get into a chop channel, if a guy's running more than one strategy, if he can catch on to that quick, he can start doing that game. You know, but I can't imagine trying to teach that and what other things I teach. But that's the market, man. So many ways and angles. But you got to figure out one thing of what you're doing. And these skills, even if you're an investor, are going to help you with this. And here's the thing, that little reversion to the mean thing I just showed you, it's going on inside of this, guys. You know, these little run-ups, pullbacks, run-ups, pullbacks, run-ups, pullbacks, run-ups. It's all going on inside of this. It's just, where are we defining this? Because if we go to the TQ and we go to, let's get off the 1 minute and let's go to a daily. I mean, not much happened today, guys. Right? And look, it pushed out of the bands, came back in. Look over here, pushed out, comes back, hits the 20. I mean, does it happen all the time? No. Over here, it broke the band. Look, came back to the 20. It's just a pattern. Is it going to work every time? No, it's not going to work every time. But if you're a trader, that's what you're doing. You're trading. And a lot of people call themselves traders, but what are you trading? Like, you got to have some way to move in and out. You got to have some kind of pattern that you're following. Let's check the 3 minute. Now, on a 3 minute TQ, that move you saw on the daily bar, look, opened here, ran up, gave us some money, and it's just chopped this whole way down. Is it a sell signal? Let's go to the 15 minute, man. Yep, look, hasn't crossed yet. You see a little money flow pattern? Look at all this chop, man. That's since the Fed talk. Look before the Fed talk. Look how smooth it was. So we're still dealing with it. Look, it's coming back. Let's go back to what we were talking about for giggles. Let's put our channels on there. Don't run out and start doing channels unless you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to show you the mindset. If you're trading, even as an investor, if you can spot patterns. So we broke the band. Look, shot back down. Or were we on the 3 minute? Were we on the 3 minute? No, we were on the minute. Sorry. I don't know, man. It looks pretty awful. Look, it broke it. Now it's doing it again. So it's building out this box. Everything's pointing down, but it's outside the band, and the RSI is extreme. And we're starting to get the turn. But that's only 1 minute. That can change super fast. So obviously, if you're trading this fast, you got to have very quick, quicker targets because you're not going to get as much running room. But this is just being chopped to death right now. But same game. If I'm playing what I just told you, if that's my whole strategy, I wait for the bands to break, and I'm looking for an anchor point to put a stop, and then I'm going to buy it. I'm going to sell it when it hits the band. Go back and look at that sometimes. And I'm not saying do that strategy because you're going to have a little more in that as far as position sizing and target. But if I'm doing that, like what's happening right now, I'm watching, right? Let me see something. All right, man. Everything okay?
Yeah, just stupid runners.
Oh, stupid renters as opposed to smart ones? Where are the smart ones? Let's see. Want me to teach them to trade?
No. You would want to beat your head against the wall.
What were they trying to figure out?
No, he moved in 3 other people. Or 2 other people.
Who?
Young Street.
Young. Oh, this man. Oh, did you talk? What did you say to him? Oh.
Yeah, can't do that.
What was he thinking?
I don't know.
This is an actual issue. You can't let people just move in roommates. You're not allowed to move in people in my houses. You're on the lease. We background check you. The properties are rented to you. You can't sublet it, and you can't just move in your friends. If you want to move in a friend, they got to go through the same review we went through, or you get immediately kicked out. So look, stop, got long. There's my target, 2608. Now I'm showing you reversion of the mean. Point I'm saying, the reason these things work is this is like a revert. Like you'll see this. Now if you notice, look at this. It's stuck, guys. Look at this. This is stuck, and that's why you're seeing this chop. What's killing us, though, is the chop just keeps going down, and then down, and then down, and that's just going to stop you out if you're trying to get long because the daily trend is to the upside. So one of the flaws with my trading strategy is you can get caught in that, but the quicker I can see it, I can use my brain, and I can start to adjust and go, hey, either going to make these position size smaller, or we're going to sit this out because we're getting chopped to death. Bam! Did it hit it? This is how I used to trade, man. 26081. Did it hit it? May not have. It's about to. Now, sometimes you see it broke it here, and then here's your entry candle, here's your stop. It didn't get very far, dude. That's not a big move. Oh, we're about to hit it. Or we did hit it. We probably hit it. Now, how far was that? 7 cents. That's not a big move, man. 7 cents? But on 1,000 shares, it's $70. But what was your stop? So, boom. And here's the thing. I wouldn't sell it all. So I'm giving you up part of my old strategy. I didn't sell it all. Now, I bet if we bounce this, well, let's give it a second. I would keep letting it go. What I would then do is start moving up the stop. That's how, and I used to have a few other things that I did, and I would try to let it go. And it's probably, we get lucky, it goes back to the 2620. But can it do it in one money flow pattern? Look how they've been so far. Break, comes down. Uh-oh, we're on the move. I'm up $55. Now what? Let me get rid of these channels for just a second. I blew somebody's mind with the channels. Let's see.
Got about an hour before.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting the crossover. Look what happened last time. Soon as we got the crossover, what happened? It went down. What happened over here? It went down. What happened over here? It went down. What happened over here? It went down. You see how I saw that? And then I'm like, well, we need to kind of change this up a little. And if I have two different strategies, and I don't want to blow people's mind, they'll be like, oh, you threw in a monkey wrench, Gerald. I can't do that. So, quicker I see that, bam. Now, instead of getting stopped over here, I'm like making a little bit of money. Not much, making a little bit of money. What if it breaks and runs? Money flow rules, baby. Like I can let it go then. You get what I'm saying? So you could, add, but you ain't spend enough money with me to go through all of that stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Those aren't the exact bands I used to use either. Yeah, so someone pointed out a good point right there, and that's why I'm showing you this. I'm not trying to get you guys to day trade. I'm just trying to show you the fractal nature of the game we're playing. And like he said, if I back this out to a daily, like you don't even know all this happened. So like yesterday, if you looked in the general chat of the MFG in our Discord, everybody's like, well, that was boring, because it was. Fed said this, Fed, and nothing happened. And then later in the day, all of a sudden he started talking and the whole goddamn thing dumped. But if you went during the day, if you were in there with, if you were a lower time frame trader, it was kind of an exciting day. Let's back it up. You can see. Let's go back a little further. Go back even just a little bit further. So yesterday, while the Fed is talking, we ride almost a $1 ride in the TQ. We got damn on 1,000 shares. That's $1,000, and you're out. You go home in cash. But look what happened later in the afternoon. It went to crazy town, and we took some off literally at these highs. You were in the channel, And then it came down and boom, stopped out. And that's why you got to have stops. Can't go to the bathroom without stop, right? Boom, got back in, ran up, took some off. And then it just everything turned to a giant shit show. That's how fast it can turn. And so in the daily, everybody's like, oh, nothing. Look at that. Look what already happened. Look, just since I was talking, bang, stopped out. But look, caught it. Now what? I'm waiting, and I'm going to try to ride it. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Same thing. That's not the money flow, but that's a pattern happening within the money flow. Okay? That's how you can begin to approach your trading, and you should eventually incorporate other things in of yourself, and it's not about this moving average and that. It's how are you seeing the fractal movement of price, how to use that to your advantage, how to use that in your buy and holds. You can't add to every fucking stock, every pullback, pick 2 or 3. Every day I've been buying GLV and I've been buying, wow, that moved fast. Somebody tweets, man, you can have a massive move or a dump. Somebody just decides to dump some stuff, man. Let's go back to the one. Look at Bitcoin. This is the GBTC. Bitcoin's up today. 6%, huh? Bitcoin up 6% right now? Let's keep going. Hold on. A, G, and C. See it? That's a stage 1, man. Is it perfect? No. Here's the last one. Same setup. Higher price. Does that affect your opinion of it? The only reason that affects your opinion of it is you were here before this. See, it's all, everyone, be careful of filtering things through the lens of when you got on the bus. So if you got in, let's say the MFG here, and I was like, man, I really like this agent, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get some of that. And you wrote it up and it's up here, man, you're up like 20% and you're getting dividends. You're like, man, this stock rocks. And then this happens. And you're like, all right, man, I'm down 20%, but I'm getting dividends. Right? Well, if let's back this up a little. If we go to a weekly, well, goddamn, last year, January, same price. So if I got in last January right up in here, look how long it's been, and we're just back to the same price. But the guy that got in up here, when it came down here, he was like, man, what the hell? I'm down 40%, man. I know. It's when you got on the bus. What if you got on the bus here? This ain't no big deal. You're seeing this as an opportunity to buy more. But a guy that got in up here, he's like, God damn, I'm down 20%. This dude's still up. He's buying more of what he's already up in. Two people, same thing, different point of view. Be careful your point of view isn't based on when you got in. Make it based on the value of the company. Is it undervalued? Yeah, maybe when you first bought it, it was overvalued. You got the deal wrong. Stock gets crushed and they've reevaluated it. It's not worth as much, but it's still cheaper than it was. So you're going to start buying it. Yeah, your initial buys were bad. All right. Okay. I mean, how long are we going to talk about that? You know, how long are we going to talk? Well, ARK is down, Gerald, and I have a lot of emotional attachment to my position in ARK, and I just don't feel like the man that I should be with the number being different on my screen. Let's see. That's how they talk, dude. But I bought ARK at 79, and now it's 39, and I don't feel as strong in the gym anymore. And it's like, okay. I mean, it goes up and down. I mean, are you going to attach emotional attachment to what the price of a stock is doing? You're going to be a sad person a lot. It really is, man. People put a lot of attachment to that, man. Be honest. Go back 12 years. Was I a lunatic? Mm-hmm. Like tears almost? Like it's the end of the world?
Yeah, I used to hate it.
Yeah, everyone goes through that. Everyone goes through that, and it's just, and you can't read a book and get past that. You just got to survive. You got to go to battle, win a couple battles, and then you're like, hey, it's time for war, baby, suit up. But if it's your first battle, you're going to be nervous, looking at, oh, what if I die? I need to do a will. We got to you've been in a few of them. You're like, you know what to do. So people do that, though, and it takes cycles. And I try to keep them from blowing out, because if you can survive a blowout, now you know what to do in the next blowout. And now you have actual experience, and you can begin to, oh, now I could have shorted. Well, cool, learn that shit. Instead of crying about what happened to you in the past, learn it, man. I love art. I've actually blocked people for talking bad about Kathy Woods. One of them was a friend of mine. He's like, dude, you blocked me. Yeah, go fuck yourself. If you don't like Kathy Woods, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, you don't like Bitcoin? Blocked.
Is that what you did to me?
Yeah, that's why I don't talk to my wife on Instagram. She don't like Bitcoin. I told Mark, Dan, and Welby, buy Bitcoin. You've seen me act stupid here with a Bitcoin coin in my hand, wearing a Bitcoin shirt. And they would say, go get my profits to whatever course. And I would say, don't follow me, buy Bitcoin. And then it went up 70%. And most of my friends are too stupid to have bought it. Let's see. We were just doing this. It broke the channel, got in, target is 20. I mean, how many of these are we, like, you see this, right? Bam, 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 bam. That used to be one of my trading strategies. Don't DM, text me, or ask me any questions about it. I'm not going to give you any more information on it. Just because you see it working here, I'm not going to tell you shit about it. Figure it out. Spend some time on the charts, man. But you just saw it work twice here. Breaks the bands, first day up, put a stop, get long, bam, there's your thing. Breaks the bands, put a stop, get a thing, bam, hits it. Sometimes it's 5 cents, sometimes it's 20 cents, and you just do it over and over. And you can do it from the upside down. So if it's in an up, the trend direction is really irrelevant in this. But I never try to do this until I can spot that that's what it's doing. And that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, I'm going to stop there, guys. I went too far. That was fun. I like talking about that stuff. Let's burn through some stocks real quick. I don't like oil here. I know some of you guys do. I'm not buying it. If you notice, I haven't been buying a lot of things because I don't know where the market's. I don't understand it right now. We got a reversal signal in the trains. See it right here? It went up. See it right here? It's probably going to go up. It's below the 200. I like train stocks. That's CSX. Plenty of other train stocks out there, though. CVS Pharmacy. I keep getting asked about it. Look where it's at. I get asked, are you buying it? If I was buying it, I would post it. I would post it. I would tweet it. I would text it. I'd put it in Discord. You'll know if I'm buying it because I'm going to put it in Discord and I'm going to text it to anybody that's a friend of mine. So if you're asking me, it means you're either not a friend of mine or don't understand what I'm doing. Now, you could buy it here and you say, well, why didn't you? Because I think it's going down. And now it's going down. I can't tell you how to know that it's going down. It's called intuition. if you play baseball a lot and you're a pitcher, you can feel that that runner's fixing to run. And the greatest pitchers cannot explain to you how they know. They can just tell. And they can feel it, like the air moves. Something moves, and they know. I get feelings like that, and I can't teach it or explain it. And so if I'm not buying it, it's because I don't think it's going up. Make sense? And I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I want it lower. If it'll come down to 72, I'd rather get it there than here. So you see how I'm seeing that. DLR is on my list. Edison. I didn't get out of trains here. Or not trains, utilities. Let me see utility stocks. No, I'm still in. They're not ripping though. Ford Motor Company. See it? See it? Is this a buy? Yeah. I bought this one. I'm not as excited about that one. I got a big position. You could buy that. Yeah. If you wanted to get in Ford, that's when you buy it. If it comes down, buy the next one. If it broke this, it's going to the next one. So if I was you and I was building a position in this, my plan would be to buy stage ones, buy stage ones, buy stage ones, buy stage ones. Don't cry about it going down. You're blessed. Let's see. Kohl's. You notice I haven't started adding. Why? I think it's going down. Down it goes. Now you're going to say, but you say people don't know. They don't. I don't. And yet I think I do. And that's the yin and the yang. And that's, if you're playing cards, this is a winning hand. But I don't know the next card. And so inside of I don't know, I need to know. Does that make sense? It's very confusing. Man, not a lot going on today. I do like the mortgage REITs. Now, what did I do today? What I've been doing every day. And I didn't text this because and it's going down. I said I'm not going to keep texting this one over and over. It's at an extreme RSI. This is a big time overreaction, I believe. So I'm just going to take advantage of that. See the MACD? It's ticking up. So we're getting divergence, and yet price is going lower. And the truth is it's going down. I don't know when it's going to stop. I'm going to buy it all the way down. I don't do that on every stock. There's exceptions. The reason I'm making this inception is one, my own research, and two, intuition. Okay? So, but yes, systematically, it broke the box. It's going down. I'd wait for the next stage one, personally. Okay? Unless you have some reason to believe that you're right. And the snapback's going to be fast and furious when it comes. That's sometimes what I fear, is the snapback's going to be so big, not that it's going to run up, it's just going to get back in this 850 zone fast, and I'm not going to have got any, so I'd rather pick some up knowing that it's going to do that. I don't know it's going to do that, okay? But my intuition says that's what will happen. So I'm willing to lose money on that. GLV, you know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm going against the thing there. But it's through research and study. GLV is also an income fund. All of these high yield income funds, mortgage-backed securities, stuff like AG&C, AANR, ETRN, anything paying a high dividend has had its ass handed to it. I'm a buyer here. I'm bringing down. I'm down 20% in this fund. Pays me a nice dividend every month. I'm a buyer. I bought yesterday, the day before that, the day before. I bought ever since this black candle. I'm buying every day. Again, I'm not going to text that every day, buying GLV. How much am I buying? Personally, for myself, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, because I'm also doing that on MPW, you know, $100, $100, $100, $100, plus something. You're like, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I invest a lot. I don't know what to tell you. You're like, well, I don't have a lot. Then buy one share. It's fractal. I mean, 2 years from now, it'd be better you bought some than bought none. I mean, that's just math. If you bought 10 shares, 10 years from now is going to be worth a lot more than if you bought no shares. So again, back to the concept of rapid, play this like it's $1 million. That's what I don't like when people penny or day trade small little, $100, because you actually don't handle it like it's $1 million. You don't act like it's $1 billion. You act like it's 10 shares, and it really doesn't mean shit. And if you're late, good thing it wasn't real money. And you go through all this, you do all these bad things instead of focusing on doing good things, which is make points. So if you're going to venture out in that paper trade, but you're not trying to make money, you're trying to make points. If you can't make points, you can't make money. Make points, man. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, man, that's it, man. I appreciate everybody listening. Hey, if you don't have my book, man, all you got to do, it's real simple. And if you don't have this one, go get it. Science of Getting Rich. It's free. Look at that. This is on my phone. I can flip through. Look at this house here. That's the one I just had on my story. Look at that, Dan. Oh. I was saying I purchased it in 2008. I purchased it in 2005 for $64,000. That was so cheap, Gerald. In 2005, wasn't that cheap, was it? We went all in on that. $12,800. That was all the money we had. Every house I ever bought, I went all in on, guys. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, right. All in. $7,000 renovations. That's because we did a lot of it ourselves. Mortgage loan was $51,000. That's $217 a month. Remember, again, today I'd be buying these same things, but the house would be worth $150, but I'm buying it for $90. At this time, this house was probably worth $80 or $90, and I bought it jacked up for $64. Rents, gross income, purchased this property through a realtor using MLS, nothing fancy. Anyone could have purchased any of my 15 houses at the time I wrote this book, as I had purchased. And if you look over here, I put that in. This is my version of the book, The Science of Getting Rich. I've been rewriting the book. The copyright, you can. Chapter 1, the right to be rich. Whatever may be said of the praise of poverty, fact remains that it is impossible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. People have a hard time with that. What that means is you're not ever going to get to do the things you want to do because you don't have the money to do them. So you're going to end up doing a lot of shit that you're just like, all right, let's go to McDonald's. Although sometimes I like McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? Bring that to this. So go get that book, man. It's free. And that's my new ebook. You got to get that. That's How to Be 10 Foot Tall and Bulletproof. My ebook. Most of you got that. If you want to talk with me, we could hook that up. That's it, man. This is the newsletter. If you're not on it, go over here. Let me show you guys something. I get a lot of people asking me, how come you don't email me? You don't need me to email me. Bring your ass to the newsletter. Why I got to email you? Some people, I got to come to their house, man. I got to send an email, text them, fucking DM them, knock on the thing, and they're like, oh, I didn't see you there. So this is my running log. Hopefully you have one that tracks everything you're doing. So when you ask me a question, oh, my trade, it's just not working. Let me see your log. If it ain't got one, we know why it ain't working. If you go to the bottom and click that, it'll put you on the emails. And here's the thing. I don't use AI like all my other influence. I write it. Novel idea, by the way. And I only send you an email literally after I fucking write it. I edit it and then I send it. So it's shit that I actually thought from my brain to you. So I'm not going to send you any automated bullshit. Click here, do this. No. That's all my social media friends. Dan and Welby and Mark, they all have that. Go to their thing and it'll drip you emails that computer wrote, or maybe they wrote them. It'll just drip them to you and try to sell you shit all day. Go look, try it. All my friends do that. Does that mean? What I said, does that mean?
Yeah. I would like people that join the groups should, I don't know, follow directions.
Most follow directions, don't they?
Most follow directions. Got a couple that don't. Got one there today. I have no idea who it is.
That what? Opted in? If you opt into my text list and you don't send my staff back your phone number and email, we will fucking delete you. Okay? It says right in the email to do that. You're going to have a hard time trading stocks if you can't read simple directions. Because it's going to come up and bite you, man.
That was my thought process.
That's it, man. Hope you guys are doing well. God bless.